On November 3rd, Missourians will see Amendment 3 on their ballot. But what is Amendment 3? Amendment 3 would repeal significant parts of a measure Missouri voters adopted in 2018. In 2018, Missourians voted on Amendment 1, a measure to reform campaign finance, lobbying, and the way district boundaries are drawn for the Missouri legislature. These changes were designed to make elections to the state legislature fairer and more competitive. Amendment 1 was put on the ballot by a citizen petitioning process requiring hundreds of thousands of signatures and was supported by a broad bipartisan coalition. Amendment 1 showed that these reforms are popular. It passed with 62% of the vote statewide and was supported by a majority of voters in every state Senate district in Missouri. Amendment 3, which Missouri votes on this year, was placed on the ballot by the legislature, not a citizen petition process. Let's look at the different bullet points on the ballot and what these changes mean. There are three main provisions in Amendment 3. The first two provisions make small changes in limits on lobbying gifts and campaign contributions to state legislators. The amendment would be a $5 change to the lobbyist gift limit and only a $100 reduction in campaign contributions. The third and final provision is the most significant part of Amendment 3. Modifying and reordering the redistricting criteria. This part of the ballot measure would change several things. Children and non-citizens would not be counted towards the population total when drawing legislative districts, stripping 1.5 million children and non-citizens of representation. No other state excludes children from the population count in drawing legislative districts. Amendment 3 would return to a system where the commission drawing district boundaries is appointed by the governor and party leaders. Thus, allies of top Missouri politicians will be in the room where redistricting happens. With these changes, Amendment 3 would allow for greater partisan bias in drawing district boundaries, adding extreme details and guidelines that makes it even more partisan. These added details would also make elections less competitive. To make your voice heard, please be sure to vote in this election.